Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out with Leigh Eaton, one of the busiest men in boxing. Leigh, it's good to speak to you, obviously here in Belfast. How's things with you? How are you?
All good, mate. Very, very cold in Belfast, but looking forward to it. Looks like a great show.
Of course. Obviously, Guerfi is part of Let's Go Management, and we spoke a bit about a month or two ago about that progression. This is a big fight for him this weekend. Even Jamie, Mick himself, they all know that Guerfi was close against Jordan Gale. He's a great fighter, and he's got a good opportunity this weekend.
Yeah, first of all, it's very, very difficult for me because obviously Jamie and Mick have been friends with him for a long time. And someone asked on Twitter last night, I put Guerfi's going to shock the world. I've turned up this morning, Mick's like, right. But yeah, no, listen, do you know what? It's a great fight. It's a great fight for Mick. It's a great fight for Karim. Karim was obviously doing very well against Jordan Gill and got clipped, which is boxing. He's come back with a win, and I'm over the moon that he's managed to get another big fight. I believe he's going to be very competitive in the fight. Listen, Mick's going to be a heavy favourite, but listen, Karim's he ain't here to make the numbers up. He's coming to fight, so it's a good fight.
Yeah, why, for people who are obviously believing Mick Conlans is going to win, why do you feel like he's in this fight, Guerfi?
Listen, Guerfi's proved time and time again. Yeah, you can't write him off. He's coming. The upsets. He went France, George Ori. He beat Anthony Gargo for the European title. He was punching Jordan Gill up. Listen, Jordan Gill, unbelievable comeback. But listen, if that went on another few seconds, Dave Colwell was going to pull him out. But listen, Jordan Gill got the equaliser, and he got chinned basically. But listen, it's a great competitive fight. Obviously, Mick Conlans has probably one of the best fights I've ever seen live with Leigh Woods. He's come back and fought a dangerous fighter on his last fight, and he took Karim Guerfi. So listen, it's going to be a good fight. Belfast, the best boxing city in the world. The fans, the crowds, it's just everything's going to be unbelievable. I'm looking forward to the show as a fan. Obviously here on management duties, also Sean McComb fighting for his hopefully to win his first title. Obviously his first title come against Gavin Gwynn, who's now my fighter, but he wasn't at the time. Lightweight, he's moved back up to super lightweight. He fights for the WBO European title against an undefeated kid. Pretty confident he goes on and wins that title and makes him a player in the 140 division, in that domestic division.
Yeah, definitely. Just one more on the main event. I've got to ask for your prediction. How do you see it playing out?
Listen, I've got my Team Guerfi t-shirt on, but listen, as long as it's a great fight.
Fair enough. Sit on the fence there now. I want to talk about potentially the Josh Warrington fight if Mick can get the win. It depends what happens, obviously. But what do you think of Josh fights against Alberto Lopez, first of all, this weekend?
Listen, Josh Warrington is in for the fight of his life, let me tell you that. I've seen Lopez up close. His manager's a good friend of mine. Josh Warrington needs to be the best Josh Warrington tomorrow night, otherwise he'll lose his title. He's very capable of winning, but Lopez is very capable of winning. So it's an unbelievable fight. And yeah, listen, if Josh gets through, I'd love to see him versus Mick, or I'd love to see him fight Leigh Woods. So there's some great fights in that division.
Or Guerfi if he wins?
Yeah, listen. Karim's coming to win. It's simple as that. He's coming to win. If he wins, then listen, we want a world title shot, 100%.
Nina Hughes, what moment? How would you describe that?
Special. Nina. So Nina's. I've known Nina a lot of years because she was from the same area and stuff like that. 5 years ago, I messaged her. I said, "Look, do you want to turn pro?" She's like, "Nah, I sod that. I don't want to sell tickets." Obviously, she's been a pro a year this week. First 5 fights. Now she's a world champion. Very, very, very special moment. It's just signed to match her in for 2 fights. Straight away, we've asked for Shannon Courtenay or Ebanie Bridges. That's the fights we want. We'll have one after the other. I believe she beats both. Obviously, Ebanie's got a tough fight tomorrow night, but she comes through. Obviously, we go Shannon, then Ebanie, or Ebanie, then Shannon. Well, either way, it doesn't matter. Nina's up for them fights. She's 40 years old. She ain't got long. She ain't hanging about. So we just want big fights for her and to see her unify. Obviously, I've got the WBO champion, which is Dina Forsland, who's the #1 in the division. So listen, if we can get Nina Unified World Champion, Dina Unified World Champion, and we can do an undisputed. Let's go undisputed fight. So listen, the future's bright.
I assume you did that on purpose. Let's go management. Let's go undisputed.
Yeah, exactly.
Big 2023 for Nina. What can we expect for Let's Go in 2023 next year?
Sorry.
What can we expect for Let's Go management next year?
Let's Go Management's got a big announcement coming over the next, hopefully, 7 to 10 days.
Any teasers?
No, you're not getting nothing out of me. But listen, obviously we've got 16 shows next year, and we've got a new broadcaster coming in. We've got new signings coming in. Next year is going to be a massive year for Let's Go Management. Obviously, I've had a great apprenticeship with obviously MTK. Obviously, MTK ceased trading in April. I took it upon myself to start up Let's Go. I got it going straight away. Most of the fighters stayed with me, so I'm over the moon. Everything's going right. I'll always put the fighters right, and that's why fighters are with me. And I'm very busy on social media. I'm very busy on the phone, so making sure that they're getting the best for them. Do you know what I mean? So you'll see in 2023, you'll see 50-50 fights, 50-50 shows. Fighters winning titles. Obviously, we're going to get another title tomorrow night, and then the first 2 months of the year, we've got 3 British title fights going to happen with Jay Harris, Sean McGoldrick, Alex Del Magani. Also, already got a British champion in Gavin Gwynn. So, could be a few months for Let's Go Management. So, I'm excited.